Hello and welcome back to class. We're going to carry on with our Be Loving, and what I'd like us to start with is to come onto our rolled mat. So taking your rolled mat or something, if you're doing your home practice, maybe a rolled towel. So you're just going to take it into the length of your spine so you can just demonstrate again, just placing the mat into the base of your spine and then just engaging your core as you slowly roll down. And then if you're too low on the mat, you can use a block. I fit on here. So feet are together. You can have your right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart center, chin is tucked in. Just adjusting where you need to. Closing your eyes when you're ready. And then just taking a deep breath in through your nose. And breathing the air out through your mouth. And again, breathing in. And breathing out. So becoming present here today on our mat, in class, feeling grateful for the time that we share together and grateful for this time that we give for ourselves. So just as always, each class, just checking in with the weight of your thoughts, checking in with what's bothering you or what's worrying you, and checking in with your ability to have any control or change over the situation. And if you don't, what would it take for you just to surrender what will be in that circumstance? And if you can, think about what possibilities there are in that situation. So without entertaining our thoughts too much right this minute, just become aware of the sensations that arise in you regarding those thoughts or feelings or circumstances in your life. Just that awareness, becoming aware, awareness of the awareness, just becoming aware. And then as you continue to breathe, just checking in with your body, checking in for any areas of discomfort, any stiffness or tightness, or maybe you've slept funny, or maybe you've stood for too long or sat for too long. And just know that you have the, the chance to change or ability to change or move through any of those areas of discomfort through class. So just as you lay here quietly on your mat, if thoughts come into your mind, just feel them, let them waft in your mind, one side and out, the other almost like clouds moving through the sky. You can gently turn your head from side to side if you want to, just stretching through your neck. And if your hips are feeling slightly uncomfortable, you can take your legs long. If you're taking your legs long, you can also take your hands up above your head, initially like a star, but also if you want to just allow your hands to touch, you can, just deepening the stretch through the shoulders as you're on your rolled mat, just getting a really nice big stretch through the ribs, the upper body. So I'm just going to read to you, I'll read to you my actual reading for class at the end of class, but what came to me this morning, which I wanted to share, is that I read it this morning on social media, and it really was important for me from what I experienced when I was at home for COVID. So I'm just going to share this to start with. So some people feel that they're being good friends or good partners when they give without ever asking for help. The ones who identify themselves as selfless givers. But what they don't realize is that they are actually limiting the depths of the connection by keeping it a one-way street. They are stealing opportunities to get closer or to deepen in intimacy, because when we deny the other person the chance to help us, we never taste the vulnerability of receiving, and they are prevented from experiencing the delights of being there for someone they love. Giving and receiving tightens bonds. I really enjoyed that when I came across it this morning, hence I wanted to share it with you. my experience of COVID was really humbling with how many people reached out where they could help or offered advice. I felt so loved and so supportive when I was feeling quite lousy. So to each of you, thank you as well. But I hope you enjoyed that. So just as we come into the present moment here on our mat long, we're just going to lay as a star initially, stretching your arms long, stretching your legs long. And then you can just gently roll off your rolled mat, just putting that aside. And then coming to laying long on your flat mat. So laying long on your mat, adjusting your clothes where you need to. Let's do a nice big morning stretch. So moving through the body as you need to, breathing in, reaching through the shoulders, the arms, the hips, breathing out, breathing in, reaching long, and breathing all your air out. Let's hug our knees into our chest, nice and tight. Nice little ball, just gently rocking from side to side, keeping your lower back pressed into the mat, chin tucked in, leg long. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. We're going to take our knees into our elbow crease, and here we're just going to circle our hands and our feet. Nice big circles. You can change direction, you can point and flex, whatever you need to do in this moment in time, whatever you feel your body needs. Just a couple more, point, flex, circles, sending gratitude to our joints, ankles, wrists, to our fingers, to our toes. And then we're going to take our feet up towards the ceiling into our happy baby, pressing your hands onto your feet and then just gently rocking from side to side. Gently rocking here. If you want to slightly straighten the one leg as you rock, you can, still having slightly bent knees and still early in the class. And then we're going to hug our knees into our chest. And then we're just going to roll up 1 or 2 times into seated. So we're going to move through our sun salutations like we have been doing. So just coming onto all fours initially, just warming up the spine a little bit in our cat-cow. We're going to look up towards the ceiling, arching through the back. Chin, tucking the chin in, and continuing to breathe, getting some mobility along the spine, through the neck, through the shoulders, through the hips. Hands are nice and strong in the mat. Right, we're going to prepare to move forwards onto the end of our mat. So let's dig our toes into the mat and pressing through bent knees into our downward facing dog, coming up onto your toes and then walking your legs out. You can turn your head from side to side, pressing your arms into the mat, or your hands rather into the mat, your head through your arms, walking your legs out, hollowing in your belly, breathing in and breathing out. So as we prepare now for our sun salutations, you're going to look to the end of the mat and either stepping or jumping nice and light to the end of your mat, folding forwards. And just take your feet a little bit wider apart. We're just going to hang here in our rag doll. Hands to elbows. You can have your knees soft here, hanging your head, breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. We're going to roll up to standing, just slowly, one vertebra at a time, allowing the blood to return from your head into your body. And then we're just going to shake it out here. So as we move through our sun salutations, so my head right still, then I'll just move slightly here. My head, yes. Okay. So standing on the end of your mat, feet are together in your mountain pose, your pelvis is tilted, navel on your spine, hands along your side, coming up onto your toes, coming up onto your heels, lifting the toes. I'm going to move through this together, breathing in, arms reaching up, arching back, hands together, breathing out, hands to your heart center, folding forwards, bent knees, hands to shins, breathing out, looking up, halfway lift, breathing out, forward fold. Hands to the mat, and here you can either take your right leg back or jumping back. So here we find ourselves in our high plank, From high plank, just rolling over the toes, over the wrists slightly. You can bring your knees down to the mat if you prefer, or staying high up, tucking the elbows in and lowering yourself down. We're going to breathe in here, pulling our body through into our upward facing dog, zipping your legs nice and strong, looking up and breathing out, pulling yourself into your downward facing dog. You can play here in your down dog, whatever you need to do, walking it out, pressing your head through your arms. 3 breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. You can turn your head, no tension in the neck. Really play here, work through the upper body, breathing in and breathing out. Last breath here, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to look forward, either jumping or stepping forward with the right leg. Left leg joins, forward fold, halfway lift, breathing in, breathing out, forward fold. We're going to move to the other side, breathing in, arms to the side, reaching your arms, reaching, arching back, breathing out, hands to prayer, your heart center, folding forward, hands to shins, breathing in and breathing out. So it is a flow, let's flow, one breath, one flow, left leg back or jumping back, bringing your right leg back into your high plank here, either knees to the mat or high plank, rolling over the toes, the wrists, tucking your elbows in, pulling your body through, zipping your legs up in your upward facing dog, breathing in, rolling over the toes, breathing out into your downward facing dog, walking out your dog here, 3 breaths. Use your down dog as your restorative. If you find discomfort here, you want to come out, you know you can always come into your child's pose and use this as your restorative. I'm going to carry on in our down dog here, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, really reaching through the arms, tailbone up, breathing out. So we're going to look forward, either jumping or stepping with the right foot. Left foot comes to join, breathing in, halfway lift, breathing out, forward fold. Ready to do the other side. Breathing in, arms reaching, reaching back, arching, breathing out, hands to heart center, folding forwards. Breathing in, hands to shins, looking up, breathing out, forward fold. Hands to the mat, either jumping back or stepping back with the left leg. Right leg joins, finding yourself in your high plank as we move through our chaturanga. Either knees to the mat, moving through, or rolling over the toes, wrists tucking in the elbows, lowering yourself down. Breathing in, pulling yourself into your upward facing dog. Legs are zipped together. Breathing out into your downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath, breathing in and breathing out. So looking forward, either jumping or stepping with the left leg forward, bringing that right leg forward, folding forwards, breathing in, halfway lift, breathing out, folding forwards. Breathing in, arms to the side, reaching the arms up, arching back, hands into prayer, arms alongside, breathing your head out. Just standing here in your mountain pose, legs are strong, hands are strong, just getting your breath back, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. We're just going to come into our child's pose. So to transition, we're going to breathe in, arching back like we did. Hands into prayer at your chest, breathing out. Hands to shins or hands to mat, halfway lift, breathing in, folding forward, breathing out. Here, you can jump or step back. We're just going to come to our high plank, hover with your knees, just releasing through your lower back, strong through your arms, and then bringing the knees to the mat, over the toes, sitting back in your child's pose, reaching your arms long here. You can make tanks with your hand or cup your hand just to reach through the arms, moving in and moving out. breathing in, and breathing out. So we're going to do some side stretches, so just make sure your knees are not too wide. You're going to navigate the legs. So we're going to go to the right side, walking your hands, navigate that right leg. And here you want to have like a banana shape on the left side body. So walking the hands as far around as you can, taking that left hand on top of the right, and feel like you want your sit bones to still, you want to sit back with your sit bones onto your heels. Looking underneath that armpit, 3 breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath, breathing in and breathing out. Slowly just walking your hands back to center, extending here again on your fingertips, reaching long through the arms, and then let's come to the left side. So you're going to navigate that left leg, walking the hands far around as you can, till you can't go any further, and then bringing your right hand onto that left hand. Looking underneath that left armpit, feel like the banana side to the side body, right side body, breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Really reaching, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to walk our hands back to center now, coming all the way back, reaching your fingertips long here. And then as we release, let's come back onto all fours. Just stretching through your cat-cow, so looking up, allow your gaze to take you even further around the room. Breathing in and then breathing out, tucking your chin in. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Just making sure you've got space at the front of your mat, so walking back if you need to. And we're just going to slide the hands along your mat into your puppy pose. Your tailbone is reaching up towards the ceiling. Your knees are underneath you, hip width apart. And reaching the arms long, either bringing your chin or your forehead to the mat, whichever is more comfortable. Stretching through puppy pose here, long in the spine. Reaching through the arms, through the shoulders. So here, if you want to, you can bring the hands to the elbows, deepening the stretch through the shoulders, or just walking the elbows in slightly and then taking your hands above your head in prayer position. Again, chin or forehead to the mat. Let's do 3 breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing our hands back down, just walking the hands back up into your tabletop. Here we can just adjust, making a couple of circles here, like a barrel, through the wrists, through the elbows, through the shoulders, and if you want to change direction, you can. Continuing to warm up and mobilize the spine. And we're going to move to our next sequence now. Flowing, our beloved. All right, coming onto all fours, just adjusting here. We're going to move through our downward facing dog, bending through the knees, pressing into downward facing dog, coming up onto your toes. Maybe they want to click again, and then just walking your legs out on the spot, pressing your head through your arms, breathing in. And breathing out. We're just going to hold the pose now. We're going to take that right leg up to the ceiling, bending the knee and reaching your foot towards your bottom. You're going to press your upper body through the standing leg. You can be on your toe or reaching your heel to the mat. See what works for you. Pressing your body through your arms. 3 breaths here. Breathing in And breathing out. Reaching, breathing in. And breathing out. Really opening through that hip. Last breath here. Breathing in. And breathing out. We're going to straighten that leg, squaring off the hip, bringing that right leg to meet the left. You can just walk the legs out, just adjusting the clothing. Sorry. Right hands into the mat, changing sides, left leg up, reaching long, bending at the knee, flexing your foot, pressing your body through your arms to upper body. Breathing in, 3 breaths here. Breathing out. Really extend with your breath. Continue to work through that top leg. Continue to work the upper body through the arms. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. You're going to straighten that top leg, squaring off the leg. Bringing the leg down, just walking it out. And then we're just going to look forward, coming into our high plank here, bringing your knees, hovering to the mat, just releasing through that lower back, knees down, and just coming into child's pose. You can come into wide leg child's pose, so toes touching, knees wide, initially taking your arms long, and then if you want to, bringing your hands one on top of the other, forward to your hands, closing your eyes. So the inversion is quite nice, just nice for setting your nervous system. Maybe you felt a little bit uneasy or unsettled about something. So as you bring your heart rate back to normal, breathing here. Resting through the arms. I'm going to take the arms long as we prepare to go through a similar sequence. So back onto tabletop, digging the toes in as we come through bent legs, pressing into our downward facing dog, pressing your head through your arms, coming up onto your toes, reaching your heels into the mat. Again, bringing the feet slightly closer together, take that right leg up towards the ceiling, bending the knee, flexing the foot, 1 breath here, pressing your upper body through your arms, breathing in and breathing out. Straighten the leg, squaring off the hip. We're going to bring our legs through into lunge, but taking it to the outside of the mat into our runner's lunge. Taking your left leg long, right foot, the heel is on the mat, toes are off the mat. And then we're just going to bring our hands inside. So initially just playing through your runner's lunge here, nice and strong through your arms, strong through the back leg. We're going to open up the foot so you can see the underneath of the foot, pressing onto the knee, pressing the knee away. Feel it through your hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So here you can play. There's options. So runner's lunge is up here. Lizard lunge, you come slightly lower. So you can come down through the elbows. You're opening through that hip. You can come down on the knee, going over the toe. See what you want to do. Move along the mat slightly. So playing here as you want to. You can gently rock from side to side. Some of these poses we're going to hold for a period of time, like a yin yoga. So with your breath, just work through it. So you're not holding the pose in a fixed pose, you're just playing through it however you need to, working through your hips. If you find you're uncomfortable, moving out of the pose and moving in as you need to. Let's do 3 breaths here. Oh yeah, you can do it. Breathing in and breathing out. Remember with each out breath, surrendering, adjusting where you need to, breathing in, laying in the pose if you need to, breathing out. Last breath here, breathing in and breathing out. Hands nice and strong into the mat as you prepare to come out onto that back toe, creating space to lift yourself out, right leg back, and you find yourself in your down dog, just walking out your dog here, pressing your head through your arms, 3 breaths here, breathing in And breathing out. Hollowing in your belly, using your navel on your spine, tilting your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Pressing your arms through, breathing in. And breathing out your feet through your arms. And pressing your arms anywhere. Just hands into the mat. Last breath, breathing in. And breathing out. Walking your feet closer, left leg up towards the ceiling. One breath here. Knee bent, foot flexed, reaching towards your bottom, head through your arms. Breathing in. And breathing out. Looking forward, taking that left leg now, heel to the mat, toe just off the mat, and then just playing here in your lunge. Just adjusting as we need to. Right leg is long. So we're going to take the hand to the knee here. You can open that front foot so you see the underneath of the front foot, pressing onto the left knee and pressing that hip open. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. You're going to bring the hands back down, same as on the other side. See what was comfortable for you. Bringing your arms down, leg down into your lizard pose. You can kind of move from side to side. See what's comfortable up onto the toe. Continuing to breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. So we do 3 breaths here. We held the other side nice and long. Remember I mentioned the Yin Pose, holding a pose for a period of time, working through the pose. Breathing in. And when you breathe out, surrendering on that out breath. Breathing in. And breathing out. Adjusting if you need to or where you need to. Last breath here, really make it count. Breathing in. And breathing out. Prepare to come out, strong hands, digging that back toe in so you can make space for that left leg, pressing yourself into your down dog, walking your down dog out. On the spot, coming up onto the toes and reach the heels into the mat. Each time we do this, those heels are going to start going closer and closer to the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath, breathing in and breathing out. Coming forwards into your high plank, adjusting where you need to. Knees coming down, hovering. Feel the release in the lower back. Coming down, reaching back, arms long, forward to the mat or hands one on the top of the other, forward to your hand, or completely releasing through the arms, bringing your hands back towards your feet. You can make circles through the wrists if you want to. If down dog, you're feeling it a bit into the thumbs, wrist area, you can make some circles. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. One more breath here, breathing in and breathing out. So we're going to prepare now to move into our next sequence, so back into our tabletop. Before we move through, let's just release here in our puppy pose, taking your arms long and then just bringing your chest to the mat, either chin or forward to the mat, tailbone reaching long, your knees are underneath your hips. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, if you want, hands to the elbows or walking the hands slightly closer in, hands above your head. Up to you, whatever you prefer. 2 more breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. Last breath, breathing in and breathing out. If your hands are up, bringing them down, bringing your hands back into your tabletop. Just adjusting here. We're going to move through our downward facing dog, digging the toes into the mat, pressing through bent knees, coming up onto your toes, walking the legs out on the spot. So here we're going to carry on like we've been doing, bringing the legs closer together, right leg up towards the ceiling, bending the knee again, reaching your foot towards your bottom. 1 breath here, head upper body through your arms. Breathing in and breathing out. Straightening the leg, squaring off the hip. This time we're going to bring the leg forward into your traditional lunge. So just adjusting your clothes, just playing through your lunge here. Remember with a lunge, you want a nice right angle on that front knee, not having the foot back. You want the foot under the knee, nice right angle. So just playing here in your lunge, breathing, stretching through. And then what we're going to do, you're going to straighten the front leg, but you're just going to bring the left leg slightly forwards with a foot 45-degree angle, and you're going to fold forward through that front leg. You can bend that front knee slightly, resting your floating ribs on the upper thigh. It's a very, very deep stretch in these hamstring area, this hamstring area. Folding forward, breathing in. So you want to square off your hips, breathing out, folding. Adjust your back leg as you need to. It is quite a difficult, deep stretch, by no means impossible. Just to take it a little bit further, flexing your front foot. You can really feel it down the back leg here and folding forwards, 3 breaths. So you can adjust the foot. Remember I mentioned with the Yin Pose, we are going to hold this. We're not flowing through it. So dig deep in yourself. Adjust if you need to come out. Adjust the legs as you move through. Let's breathe together. Either foot flexed or flat or between the two. Breathing in. Folding forward, breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more breath, breathing in. Make it count. Breathing out. Nice. Let's bring our hands back, taking that left leg long into your lunge, just as we prepare to come out. Hands nice and strong into the mat, straightening the legs, coming into your downward facing dog, walking your legs out on the spot. 3 breaths here, playing as you need to or holding as you'd like to. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Walking your feet closer together, left leg up towards the ceiling, ready to do the other side, bending the knee, flexing the foot, pushing your upper body through your arms. Breathing here and breathing out. We're going to look forwards, taking that left leg through to lunge, your traditional lunge, and then we're just going to play here, extending long through that back leg, nice right angle through the front leg here. Breathing in and breathing out. Stretching, breathing in and breathing out. Same as what we did on the other side as you come through into your pyramid. So straightening the front leg, bringing that back leg in, 45-degree angle with that back foot as we prepare to fold forward. Adjust as you need to, squaring off your hips. Folding at the hips, reaching your head long, no tension in the neck. And then when you're ready, if you want to, or play between the two, flexing the foot and bringing it to the mat. Breathing in, folding forwards, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath here, breathing in, ready make your count. Breathing out. And because we held the other side a little longer, because I was instructing, we can do one more breath here. Because you can, with breathing in, shaking baby, breathing out. Awesome, well done. Bringing the foot down if it isn't already, bringing that right leg back, just adjusting through your lunge. Hands strong into the mat, creating space as you pull yourself out into your downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, pressing your head through your arms. Breathing in and breathing out. Reaching your heels to the mat or walking your legs out, up to you. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath here, breathing in and breathing out. You're going to look forwards now, hovering through the knees, just releasing through the lower back, and then bring the knees to the mat, back into child's pose. So just laying here, Hands underneath, one on top of the other underneath your forehead, or hands alongside body, releasing through the shoulders. And just breathing here, use this as your restorative. If you want to grab some water or you need to wipe your brow, you can. Whatever you need to do, just as we, or before we move through the next sequence. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to come back into tabletop and then just onto our knees. Yes, we are carrying on with our camel. So today we're going to move into our full camel. But before we get there, we just want to release through the spine a little bit more. So hopefully you like the dancing camel. We're going to continue. Remember, it's a flow. It's not a robot. We want to be graceful and flowing. And when we flow, we are creative. So I'm really encouraging you to get the creative juices flowing here. So starting to the right, swooping, reaching. Remember this. You're pushing up through the legs here, engaging your glutes to protect that lower back, strong through the arms. Swooping down, reaching on the floor, reaching the other side, pressing up, taking that top arm behind you, pressing through your supporting arm with your breath coming round, sweeping the floor, the mat, pushing up. Go as fast or as slow as you need to go. It's your dance. Moving through the body. Where are you feeling discomfort? Do you need to release through the shoulders, through the neck? How is your spine? How's that lower back? How are your hips? We should be quite a lot warmed up now from the beginning of class. So just continuing to warm up that spine, continuing to release areas of discomfort that you're aware of, and maybe you've now been made more aware of other areas of discomfort. So just continuing to flow here. I'm going to keep quiet, enjoy your dance. Close your eyes if you want to. And breathing. And smiling. Last time each side. Moving as you need to. And all the way around to the other side. And then coming all the way back to center. Let's meet in tabletops and knees underneath your hips, hands underneath. And just move through a cat-cow here, just releasing in the lower back. And then let's come back to sitting on our heels. You can take your knees wide, hands one on top of the other, forward to your hands, breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Ready, coming back onto all fours and then onto your knees. We're going to do half camel before we move into full camel. So remember what we said before, if you're feeling a little bit tight in that lower back, coming up onto your toes. If you're feeling more comfortable, you can go flat. So see what needs to work for you. Remember, it's your practice. I'm just guiding you. So we're going to start with the right side, taking that right hand to the right heel, and then taking that left hand up and over. You're going to look back. Allow gravity to take you, pushing through your legs, engaging your glutes to protect your lower back. Taking the arm overhead, 3 breaths. Breathing in and breathing out, reaching, let gravity take you even further. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath here, breathing in and breathing out. You're going to slowly come up, slowly with your head, engaging your core as you come around. Bringing your arm down, allow the blood to slowly, slowly come from your head. And we're just going to slowly reverse, neutralizing this pose, bringing your hands underneath your forehead, forward to the hands or along, arms alongside, forward to the mat. Just releasing here, breathing in and breathing out. It's a very, very, very deep stretch. Really opening up through the heart center. Feeling the love. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to prepare for the other side, so just slowly coming back onto all fours. And then onto your knees. So if at any point you're feeling lightheaded, just come back into your child's pose. So other side, remember again, see what you need to do with your feet. Adjusting through the knees, hip width apart. We're going to engage your glutes, your pelvis is tilted forwards, and we're going to reach through these upper thighs. So to the left, reaching that left hand to your left heel, and then taking your right arm up and over. So allowing the body to flow, engaging your glutes, protecting the lower back, breathing in and breathing out, reaching back, flowing here, breathing in and breathing out, surrendering. One more breath here, breathing in and breathing out. And with your breath, your arms engaging your core, protecting your lower back. Nicely done. Coming forward slowly, slowly. Bringing your hands one on top of the other. Forward to your hands. Closing your eyes if you want. Getting that heart rate back down again. Feel the blood pumping around your body. Good to be alive. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Last breath here, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to come back onto tabletop. We're going to prepare now for our full camel pose. Everything we've been working towards. So remember, if you want to have the toes tucked in, you can move, adjust as you go. We're going to go both sides. So moving through the legs, engaging your glutes. Right arm reaches back, left arm reaches back, reaching through, taking your head back into your full camel. Looking back behind you, breathing in, reaching back, breathing out. So with every out breath, you're just surrendering here. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath here, breathing in, reaching back, breathing out. Bringing your hands to your heels, engaging your core as you prepare to come out nice and strong, nice and slow, nicely done. Counteracting, just coming back down onto all fours or lower down into your child's pose. Hands one on top of the other, forward to your hands, releasing through your lower back. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and last breath here, breathing in and breathing out. Well done. You can be so proud. That was our hero pose. That's everything we've been working towards. All that opening up, releasing through the lower back to prepare us for that arch. And as I said, beautiful heart opener, chest opener. We're just going to take our arms long, again, into puppy pose one more time, just stretching through, also just to neutralize the spine. Arms long, you can cup your hands, take your hands initially, stretching through, and then bringing the chin to the mat. And then if you want to, hands to elbows or hands above into prayer. See what you want to do. 3 breaths here, breathing in, and breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. Last breath here, breathing in and breathing. Bringing your hands back down, bringing your body into tabletop. We're going to move into our next sequence, our last sequence through our down dog. So pressing through the knees into your down dog, coming up onto your toes, walking your dog out. Last time, we're going to bring the right leg up towards the ceiling, bending the knee, reaching the foot towards your bottom, flexing the foot. One breath here, breathing in, breathing out. Straightening your legs, squaring off the hip. We're going to bring our legs through into pigeon, which we did in the previous class. So bringing your leg all the way through, taking that leg long. Remember I said before, with the leg, it can be parallel, or you're bringing the leg in. You can come up onto a block if you need to. So just checking that front leg, what's comfortable for you. I'm just going to return here so you can see me lengthways. I am comfortable with my leg parallel to the mat. We're going to take our hands into it. We're going to breathe in, looking up, breathing out. Nice stretch, nice elongation here. We're going to walk our hands to the bent knee side, getting a nice twist through the spine, right into your tailbone, through your sacrum as well. Looking back, take your gaze further, use your hands as leverage here. Looking back at the back leg, back foot, breathing in and breathing out. Let's come, walk our hands to center, to the open foot side, twisting here, looking behind you, adjusting where you need to, breathing in and breathing out. And then just bringing your hands back, last time, looking up, reaching, breathing. And then we're just going to come down initially onto our elbows. If it's comfortable for you, stay here. If you'd like to, I'm going to extend slightly further. As I said, it's a yin class, or partially a yin class. So we are going to lay here for a little bit of time. Just slowly, slowly, if you are trying to come down, just reaching over the leg. You're melting. Your body is really surrendering over the bent leg. What you can also do is either stay here or walk the body just slightly over the foot. You get an even deeper stretch through the right hip. So see how that feels for you today. Remember today in this class, in just this body, in this moment, adjusting where you need to. It shouldn't be pain. We're saying work through the pain. It shouldn't be an injury pain, for sure not. It should just be a deep stretch, maybe a discomfort and you want to come out of it, but you're going to breathe through it. You can close your eyes here, breathing in and breathing out. Stretching through the leg, through the hip. Coming back over the leg if it's not comfy, over the foot, breathing in and breathing out. 2 more breaths here, really just release as much as you can. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath here, breathing in and breathing out. Nicely done. Coming up through the body. We're going to do something new. We're going to bring the leg all the way around into what they call log stacks. So I'm just going to face you. So you want to stack your legs one on top of the other. We should be nicely warmed up now through the whole body. If you're finding your leg is here, it's absolutely no problem. Either taking a block, or we had that rolled mat, or you have a pillow or a towel, you can put it in between so you are resisting against something. It's no problem. That's why we have the props. So flexing the feet either on your prop or allowing that knee to come down. We're going to reach long through the body. And then we're just going to fold forward. You can walk through. It is very deep. We're just taking it slightly more through the hips. Come out if you need to. Spread the legs. If you're comfortable walking those hands forward and just bringing your feet down. Breathing in and breathing. 2 more breaths here. You can do it. Breathing in and breathing out. And 1 more breath. Breathing in and breathing out. As you walk your hands back, breathing. Just going to face the front of my mat again so we can return. You're going to take that left leg behind you like you were. Hands into the mat, digging your toes in, reaching and creating space so you can find yourself back in your downward dog. Hoo-ha! You did that! Hips are going, thank you. But they say hips don't lie. So, just walking your down dog out, we're going to prepare to do the other side. Whole lot to finish class. Taking that left leg up towards the ceiling, bending your knee, flexing the foot, pressing your upper body. One breath here through your arms. Breathing in, breathing out. Looking forward, straightening the leg, squaring off the hip, and bringing your leg through the other side into your pigeon. Taking your back leg long. So here, remember, either having the leg in, if that's comfortable for you, or taking that leg parallel. And you can also sit on your block so that you're not skewed. So like we did on the other side, we want to create space, lifting up through the arms, looking back, breathing in, and breathing out. We're going to go to the knee side, walking the hand, twisting here. Really use your hands as leverage, looking back at that back foot, back leg. Take your gaze further around the room. Breathing in. Nice twist, breathing out. Coming back to center, walking the hands back to center, all the way to the other side. Leg is long. Use your hands as leverage here. Looking back, breathing in. Gaze goes further around the room with your eyes. Nice eye exercise opportunity, breathing out. And then coming all the way back to center. Winding, just one more time, looking up. And breathing out, folding forwards. So use this as the yin pose I was talking about. Folding over that front leg, adjusting where you need to. Bringing your head down. Your hands can be there. You can also stretch towards the foot side. Coming down, opening even deeper through that hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Seeing if you need to adjust. 3 breaths here. Nice and quiet, you can close your eyes. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Last breath here, breathing in and breathing out. Just last surrender here. Let's just do 1 more breath. Releasing through that head. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's bring our hands back into the mat. Lifting the body up, stretching, breathing. We're going to bring that right leg round into our log stack on the other side. So exactly as I showed you, the knee is up, just putting one of your props in there. Feet are flexed. And we're going to fold forwards here. Remember, you can come out if you need to. Shake your legs out. Reaching your arms long. Smiling. We're nearly finished. Walking your hands long. Reaching over those legs. Feet are still flexed. Forward, resting on. Breathing in. Breathing out. You're still grounded through your sits bones, so you're not lifting your bottom up. Your bottom is staying grounded. Reaching through the arms. So 2 more breaths here. Breathing in. And breathing out. 1 more breath. Breathing in. And breathing. Walking your hands back. Up to seated. Well done. Sure, you can be so proud of yourselves. That was epic. Hoping you feel good, strong, supple, mobile. Wow. Energized, exhausted. Shaking your legs out here. Just bending the knees. And we're just going to slowly roll down. You can have your hands onto your knees if you want to, or just breathing out, engaging your core. Slowly, slowly come to lying on your mat. We're just going to lay low on the mat. You can have your feet touching if you want, hips open. We've got quite a lot into the body. So you're just going to lay, if your legs are long, just with your feet splayed out, hands next to you. Your chin is tucked in, your neck is long. You can close your eyes when you're ready. Taking a breath in through your nose. 1 more sip of air in through the nose. Hold it. And you're going to breathe all the air out through your mouth. And again, breathing in. And again, one more sip of air. And breathing out, last time to your mouth. You're just going to continue with your in and out breath just through your nose, nice and calm. If you want to bring your hand to your body, you can. Your right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart center. You worked so hard. I'm so proud of you. You can be so proud of yourselves. So just as we start to go inward again now, pretty sure you haven't thought of anything else during class. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to read to you what I had written for this class, over and above what I read about the giving and receiving. So just laying here quietly on your mat, just with your breath. So for our Be Loving class and self-love, today is the self-talk. So how you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. Talk to yourself like you would to someone you love. And then everything you tell yourself matters. And then just for some humor, it can feel like a punch or it can feel like a hug. It's your choice. So just as you lay here quietly, thinking about the choices you have, feeling lovingly towards your body and a huge amount of gratitude for getting you through the day, through your class, through each day. So we're just going to lay here quietly on the mat, just to finish off today's class. Those of you that want to stay like this, you can. Those that need to finish class now, just reaching your arms above your head, your legs along, and then we're just going to finish with that like morning stretch how we started, just stretching through the body as you need to. Or just laying long arms are long, legs are long, feet laid out. You can gently turn your head from side to side. And the nose that need to end class now, just hugging your knees into your chest. Gently rocking from side to side, chin tucked in, neck is long. And then either rolling onto your right side or rolling up into seated. Namaste. Thank you. Look forward to next class. See you then for some more Be Loving.